Okay, so we're looking at the quotation records in the Professional Plus edition, and there's a couple of ways that you can create quotes, a couple of shortcuts, sorry, should I say, that you can create quotes that just automate some of the things in the background. One of them is a button here that says Book Quote Appointment. So if you're going out to do a quote, if you hit this button, it takes you directly to the diary. You would make the appointment booking, and then it will take you to the screen I'm about to show you. Or if you hit this button that says quote over the phone, it takes you straight to the screen I'm about to show you, but automates some of the bits in the background for you. Now the screen it takes you to, or where you can see all the quotations on the client's record, is on this tab here, the quotations tab. If we go into there, you can see that there's no quotations on this record at the moment. So if I click the add new, it puts a new quotation in the top summary here, gives it today's date and a quote number, and then we can choose the quotation type. And if we choose from the drop down list here, we can mark that this is a visit quote if we're going to go out and do a visit. We can mark it's telephone. Is it as a result of telesales marketing that you've done? Are you emailing this to the client? Is this just a verbal quote that you're giving the client? Or even is it a courtesy quote? One of the things we do recommend is that you do a courtesy quote. So that's where you're in the home doing a quote for the upholstery, the suite, and you ask if they'd like a courtesy quote while you're here for the carpet, and you'll hold the price for 12 months. That means that when you come back into the system here, you can put that on as a quote, mark that as a courtesy quote, and then there are some clever marketing features in some of the editions that allow you to pull out courtesy quotes and mail to them and do other things. So let's just mark this as if we're doing a quote over the telephone. Who's doing this quote? So we choose the quote staff here. So the next line item on here is the quote notes. So you can make some notes in here if you wish. And this is a free text field in here. So you can put anything that you like as a note on there. And that'll be carried through onto any quotations and things that you can print out as well. And now we just need to start adding items onto this. Now one of the nice things that we've done in the Professional Plus edition is we allow you to have multiple service groups. So you can have carpets that belong to one service group. You can have upholstery that belong to another service group, hard floors. So you can select multiple and set up multiple service groups, and we've set up some already. So we've set up carpets, upholstery, leather, hard floors and rugs. Now each of those service groups can have different services within them. So for carpets you may have clean only, clean and protect, a healthy home option, and then you may have your maintenance plan prices that you want to display as well. And you can set up to 9 different service levels for each type of service group. So for carpets you could have those. For another service group, for instance hard floors, you may have different services. So obviously you wouldn't have clean only, clean and protect. So you may have something like pre-treat and scrub, extraction process. However you break the services down that you offer on those various groups, we've allowed you to set those up within the system. As I say, we've set up the service groups by default, and then we've set up some of the service levels. We've set some very basic ones up by default as well, and they will download with those in. The other thing we've done is add item codes in as well, so you can use item codes to put descriptions on, and you can customize the item codes as well. So you can customize the groups, the services within those groups, and then the items that are in those groups as well, and there's videos that will show you how to do that. So in this example I'm going to add a couple of carpets, a leather suite and a hard floor to this quotation. So if we look in this bottom header here where it says item details for selected quote, it's showing all at the moment. So this is going to show all the items that we add on in this bottom grid here. So how do we add them on? We use this section here that says add item, and there's a couple of ways we can do this. The first way is in this box, if we know what the item code is, type L in here, then tab. So you'll see that's put that in the carpets group, and it's put the lounge carpet on here, and I'll show you about the pricing in a moment. If I just quickly add on another item, I'll show you how else you can add items to this. If you don't remember what the item codes are, you can just click this box here. This will open up and it'll allow you to look up and down the list and choose the item that you want. So again, bedroom will be under B, and bedroom 1 carpet is B1, so we can just select the item here, and that adds this to the group here. So that's both items that are under the carpets group. So let's add a leather suite now. So I'm going to go back to the item codes here, and I know that a 5-seater leather suite is 5-seater S leather L seat S. Hit tab, and that puts the leather suite on at the bottom here, and you can see there that it's put that into the leather group. Now let me show you what the difference is. You can see in the leather group here that the service 1 header is clean and seal. So that's just cleaning the suite and then applying a protection seal treatment. The second service option for leather is R and S, which we've just termed as restore and seal. So that's if you're going to do a recolour and resealing as well. So they're the service headers, or the service options, sorry, for the leather. If I go back up to this lounge carpet here and just show you the lounge carpet under the carpets, you can see that the service header for carpets is clean only, or we've got clean and protect, healthy home, the perfect care maintenance plan, and the monthly maintenance plan amount. Now the codes that you see here are just shortcuts so you can know what those prices are. But what this does is it gives you complete flexibility to have different groups with different service headers, up to 9 for each, and allow them to be displayed on one grid here so that you can select from them later, and I'll show you that. Now I did say I was going to add on a hard floor as well, so I'll just show you how. If you choose this option here, tick the box here, and I think the mnemonic that we use is CER for something like ceramic dining room, and you can see that's added the dining room in under the hard floor header. Now we give you complete flexibility as to what you can see in this grid here. So there's a couple of ways that you can do this. If you don't want to look at the hard floor items, or say you've got a long list of carpets that you want to remove, you can just click in the little minus sign, and that'll remove the carpets from the list immediately, but it will still show you the totals for those items that are in there. So you can tick these little boxes to display or not display all the items that are in there. That's just one option that our users use. And the other option is on this header here, we've got a box that says show, and it says all. So at the moment it's set to show all. If you just want to look at the carpets that you've quoted for, you can choose carpets in here. That'll just show you the carpets, and obviously the same with hard floors, wood floors, etc. So you can just show there. And the nice thing is when you come into this record each time, it will always default to all and then allow you to choose from there. So again, it's that complete flexibility to set the system up to suit you. We'll help you with the initial setup to make sure that you get this and set up how you like. Now the other thing that's worth pointing out is the maintenance plans. We don't force you to put the maintenance plans in any particular columns. You can put them in any particular column here for the services. So if you only offer two services before the maintenance plan, that's fine. If you offer 4 services before the maintenance plan, that's fine. You can set all those up in here. So some of our users have a 12-month maintenance plan or a 24-month maintenance plan, and again you've got complete flexibility to set these columns up how you wish and how they print out. So now we've run through how easily you can add the items on. What I'm going to do is just delete this quotation and add a new one on. So you're just going to click the add new quote button again. It's put today's date in. It's a telephone quote. I'm going to choose the member of staff. That's me. I'm not going to put any quote notes in. I don't need any. I'm going to add a lounge carpet to this quote. So I type L in there. That adds the lounge carpet. Let's start looking at the detail of the prices that we can put in here. The system can be set up to automatically calculate prices from the pricing tables. So you can put your pricing tables in the back. So whether you charge a square footage, meterage or yards, you can set the pricing table up in the background. Or you can manually price these items. You can also set up whether the system defaults to automatically calculate the price or automatically ask you for a manual price. So this is set up at the moment to be automatically calculating prices. So as you've added the item, this box here isn't ticked. If I want to manually price this, I will put a tick in the box here, and then I can just pop the prices in here to suit myself. But what we can do with this is automatic pricing. We come to the quantity field here, we click this, and we can enter the room dimensions in here. So if I just open that one up a little, you can see that that actually says subtract, and that one says width. So what we can do is we can put the room sizes in here. Now you can do this in either meters, yards or feet, and this will calculate and convert it back to whatever you've defaulted to. Now this is set up at the moment to default to meters, so let me just give you an example here. If we put this on there as feet, so this is perhaps the client's given us the dimensions in feet, so it's 21 foot by 12 foot, and it's an L-shaped room. So there's also a 12 foot by 10 foot dining room on it. But then they tell you that there's a big hall off the corner which is 3 foot wide by 9 foot. If we just put a tick in the box there to say that to subtract this dimension, when we click the checkbox here now, it calculates that there's 345 square feet and converts that back to the 32.05 square meters in your pricing table that's set up. When we click OK, that puts that into the quantity field here, and you'll see it's automatically populated. The clean only price is 160.25, the clean and protect 240.38, and the other prices in there as well. So that's automatically calculated those prices. So let's say you want to manually adjust that price there from £160.25 and you want to round it down to just a straight £160. All you need to do is click into the field and then type in £160, hit tab, and you can manually adjust the prices that have been automatically calculated, and it doesn't cause a problem. So if you want to just round these pennies off, you can. Because the automatic pricing are fixed pricing tables, it may be that you're going to a first floor property and you want to charge more on the first floor. Or it may be that it's absolutely filthy, or there's more furniture in there that you need to move and you want to charge a premium, but you don't want the client to know that you're adding a premium on. So what we've done is build in a field here that says FF, and we call it fudge factor. Now if I type into here 10%, hit the tab key, what that does is it automatically increases the prices by 10%, and that won't print anywhere on any quotations or anything. That's just automatically increasing the calculated prices by 10%. Obviously you can use the fudge factor to reduce the prices if you want to, but if you were reducing the prices, you'd usually want to show that you're reducing the prices. This is really designed for those ones where you want to nudge the price up without the client knowing. Okay, so I'm going to leave that at 10%. If we work along here, we can also see that we've got a room here to put extra items in. So services such as anti-allergen treatment, you can put a price on there for that. And the system's prompting me there that I need to put a price in for that. So I'm going to put that will be £30. We then move along to a discount code. So we've got none at the moment, so that's set as the default. We've set up some custom ones in here, so you can have 10%, 20%. We've set up some custom ones in here. Let me just show you this one here, the 0, 20, 20. If we choose that as a price, you'll notice it's not actually adjusted any of the prices here, and the reason for that is what we don't want to do is show the discounted price here, because if the client calls in and asks you how much it is and you see £90 for instance here, that may well be that it was originally £100 discounted 10% to make £90. So what we do is we always show the full price here. If you want to show the discounted price, you can click this button here that says show discount, and that will show you what the discount is within each service. You see that the clean only price here was £176.28, and there is no discount on this, so that's the full price. If we look back to the discount code, you can see that it's 0, 20, 20, and that's because we can set these up so that they're variable across the services. So the example here is the clean and protect price has actually got 20% off. So if you want to do an offer that's 20% off the clean and protect price and healthy home price, you can put these in and then show the discount code that they've got there from the voucher. And then when you choose these items, because they've got you from that offer, if they choose the clean only service, there's no discount, but if they choose the clean and protect, the discount will apply and it will show that for you. So if I just click that button now, that'll remove that one. Obviously, if there's none of the discounts set up in here that you want, on the fly what you can do is use this discount here, the FF, the fudge factor, and put a minus in there, and that will reduce it by 10%. The other thing we can do is on the end is add item notes. So if the lounge has got a split seam by doorway, we can pop that in there as well. So let's show you that one. So that's showing you how easy it is to add an item on and automatically price it. As I say, manual pricing, where you would just come into the item. So if I had a bedroom 1, so I'm going to add B1 for bedroom 1, and I would tab along to the field that says manual pricing. We can click that one, and now you can see the system's not put any prices in. I can still put the dimensions in if I want, so I can pop this in that this is 15 feet by 13 feet. So I can still record the room dimensions, so I've got those for a later date. That confirms that there. And then I can now manually put the prices in here. So if I put in here, for instance, £100, click into the box there, we're going to put £100 in for the clean only, 150 for the clean and protect, 160 for the health home, just to show you how quick it is to put the prices in. Now the thing that you can then do, if you want, is if you untick the manual pricing box, it will warn you that it's going to change the prices if you go ahead, and then it will automatically, if you click yes, calculate the prices from the automatic pricing table. So again, we've built in complete flexibility, and if I decide I do want to go back to the £100 for that, I can just choose and type in there and put £100. So you've got complete flexibility on the way that you price these up. As part of the setup and training videos, we go through all the... So we've talked about line item discounts. The other thing that we've built in is quantity discounts, and this little box here that says QD, if you hover over the box there, you can see there it's displaying that it says quantity 30, clean only 10, clean and protect 15, healthy home 15. So when you get to 30 square meters, it's going to deduct 10% from the clean only, 15% from the clean and protect, and 15% from the healthy home. So at the moment, those quantity discounts aren't applied. If I put a tick in the box, it will apply the quantity discounts if you've got there. So you can see we've got the quantity field here, totals 50.17. It's gone green because it means it meets that minimum quantity for the discount to apply. So then it adds on this after quantity discount row at the bottom here, so that it calculates all those. So you can see the gross total of the items, what that would be after the item discounts, and what that would be after the quantity discounts. Now obviously you have to watch this if you don't apply the quantity discount and an item discount as well, and you would just need to change the discount code to none if you don't allow any discounts there. But if you just don't want the quantity discount to apply, you can untick the box and the quantity discount won't apply. And another clever facility that we've added in as well is the ability to view all the quote history. So if we were to click this box here, all the previous quote history, so any item that we've ever quoted for in the past would be in this grid here. And if we wanted to add it to this quote to update it, we would double click the item and add that into the list below. So what we've got there, as you can see, is that's the quotation that we've got, and they're the items that are on the quotation. Now all we need to do is print that out or display that on the screen. If you're in the customer's home and want to show this the client this on the screen, we go to service report. We choose which service group that we want to provide the quote for. So in this instance we've just got the carpets. Do we want to show the quantity field on there? We're not going to show that. We're going to show the clean only, the clean and protect. We're going to show the healthy home, and we're going to show the maintenance plan pricing as well. We're not going to show the extras, and we're not going to show the extra item discount. We can choose how we display that. So we're going to display that in a landscape, and click report, and if we just preview that on the screen, the preview comes up there, and you can see we've got your company details here, your logo, the date and the details, who the quotation's for, so all the client details, and then we've got the grid here that's displaying the description, bedroom carpets, etc. The lounge carpet there, you can see the item notes with it, so split seam by doorway, so when you leave this quote with the client, they're aware that there is the pre-existing damage, and then it's put the prices in for the various services that you've popped there, so you clean only, clean and protect, etc. Shown the gross totals there as well, and there's also a free text field here at the bottom, two boxes actually. This one here you can put free text in, and also the one there that you can perhaps put your terms and conditions in. So that's just one of the layouts that you can choose. So there we go, complete flexibility on how you set up your groups and your services within each group, complete flexibility on pricing. Is it automatic pricing from the pricing tables, or is it manually priced? You can use the fudge factor to adjust the automatic pricing. You can manually adjust prices that have been calculated automatically. You can choose the different layouts for the quotations and what you're going to actually, services you can actually display to the client. Very flexible, and the tutorials are there to show you how to use it.